But I want to start with a song. It starts like, walk on with hope in your heart, and you always will be shit. You always be fucking shit. Wagwan people, we're going to talk about Man City against Liverpool today. The 4-1 win for Man City. For me, it was a fun game to watch. The game started off nicely. It was City that had most of the ball. But obviously, like as you know, Liverpool, they try to press high. Same thing on the other side. City's a team that also press high. So it enabled for Liverpool to be deadly on the counter-attack. And you saw that when they scored that goal with Jota going through. And then he placed the ball sideways to Salah for him to score. So it was... For me, the overall game, it was fun for me to see both teams that wanted to score. But then there's certain things that annoyed me. The first thing that annoyed me is if we look at Jurgen Klopp right now, he's not a coach that has evolved throughout the years. If you see how he played at Dortmund, if you see how he played with Liverpool at the start of his reign and now at the end of this reign, he hasn't really changed, he hasn't really evolved, he hasn't really changed nothing of the dynamics. Like the fact that, and someone tweeted this out, but the fact that Henderson is still at Liverpool, with all due respect, yeah, and I understand where his value is to the team, but at a certain point, you need to evolve from that. At a certain point, you need to look for more control in midfield. And he tried that. He tried that with Arthur. He tried that with Thiago. He tried that with Fabinho. So he brought in new players, but it's not fully evolved. If you look at that midfield today, it's not a strong midfield for me. I think he started with, was it Henderson, Fabinho, and Harvey Elliott? And cool, certain games you can win that, but I think the top games, like against the Man City, who has Gundogan, they got De Bruyne, they got Rodri midfield. Those are three players that can keep the ball and dictate tempo. Now you don't have that with Liverpool. Liverpool is always, you got the ball, is going straight forward, and we're trying to attack down the sides or down the middle, but it cannot always work, innit? And you saw it today. Yes, maybe Rodri should have got sent off, but then you can say the same thing about Fabinho not getting that first yellow card. So I think it evens it out. Rodri made the foul. For me, I would give it. So I'm going to be honest about that. I think he should have got the red card. But then you need to look at, okay, what happened after that? You can't keep dwelling on 1 point during the game. And that's what Liverpool did. They kept dwelling on to 1 point. And then you saw Liverpool, Man City just got way more quality. They got way more quality. When I looked at the bench of Man City, I was a bit worried because I think you saw Laporte there. Who was on the bench? Bernardo Silva. I think Bernardo Silva was the only offensive sub that you could say, okay, he might be able to change the game. But Grealish played well today. De Bruyne was very good today. Gundogan was very good today. I was really, even Alvarez, yeah. Alvarez is like, he might be the one. He might be that one striker for the next few years that might just rip it up, fam. Because you got Haaland, yeah, and Haaland is sick. Trust me, he's a good striker. But what Alvarez adds to the game is what City, because you already had him, and then they bought Haaland, but Alvarez fits this team more than Haaland. Haaland is more of a, let me just be in the box and be that end productive person, while Alvarez can drop deep, he can push out to the wings, he can play balls, he can keep the ball, he can turn. He's a more overall player, but then Haaland is just the better finisher. We've seen that before. But then we're just gonna break it down step by step in it. There's a certain things that annoys me about this Liverpool team. First of all, we've been gassing up Van Dijk for years, and I think even today he proved it when I don't know who it was. Yeah, I think it was Mahrez coming up to him, and his body shape was wrong. Didn't go off to press the guy, and just let him drift inside in it. And then it was Trent. When Klopp sets up his team, does he look at team structure? And I'm not trying to be too critical, but does he look at team structure? Because everything was today, in my opinion, felt like we're trying to create more space for Andrew Robertson to push on the left wing, and then isolate a little bit, isolate Trent with Grealish, because it was like a small sequence of 5 minutes where Grealish was just on him, fam. And Grealish not even the most prolific dribbler. What do I mean? He's not quick. He can dribble, but he's not a quick dribbler. So I was a bit torn about that. The way City played today in their usual setup, 4-2-3-1, but then when they have the ball, they switch to 3-2-5 with a lot of free-flowing players, with a lot of movement from Gundogan with Alvarez, Grealish and Mahrez that keep the pitch wide, De Bruyne that just keeps running into his usual channel. And it offered opportunities for Liverpool to be dangerous down the center. It offered opportunities to be dangerous, but then at some point you have to be clinical. At some point you have to switch it up. Sometimes it's not always the same play. It's always the same play that we saw. And even with Liverpool now, yeah, you've bought Konate. You've been playing with Matip and Van Dijk for a long time. Yeah, those are not two men that are the greatest builders. And then that's why I always want to look to Klopp. Like, what do you want to build with this Liverpool side? Because at the start it was cute. It was cute, the high pressing thing. It was cute being all aggressive. It was fun. It was fun to see. I'm not gonna lie. As a Man United fan, it was fun to see. But at a certain point, you expect a manager to evolve. When Pep first came to the Premier League and he played his formation with two inverted fullbacks, because we keep saying wing back and fullback, and I'm gonna explain to you lot next time what the difference is. But he played with, I think it was Klopps right at that time and Zabaleta as two inverted fullbacks, and he saw that it didn't work, so either you got better personnel or you switched his style. Same point with Arteta when he came to Arsenal. When he first came to Arsenal, that first stint, he said, let me just make this team unbeatable. Let's just get these clean sheets first, and then we'll do something different. Same thing with Ten Hag. He came in this season, got slapped up twice, 4-0 or 3-1 or something like that, and then he decided, cool, let me switch. But then, so he switched and he found a way to get the best out of this team. And for me, when you've been playing the same way for 5-6 years, when do you change your style? When do you evolve? Because, okay, cool, you've won the Premier League, you've won a Champions League. I respect that. You've done it your way. But even in that Champions League final against Spurs, you changed your way. You changed your playing style. Why not do it now? Why, in the season that Firmino is playing, I think the best he has ever played for Liverpool, maybe not the best, but goal production-wise, why you take him out the side? Why are you still on this midfield with Henderson thing? And then someone said in the chat, like, yeah, lose Enrique to Liverpool. If I was Enrique, why would you go to Liverpool? First of all, they don't have the personnel there. He likes a certain he likes a certain playing style. He is not a manager that can work with the players out there right now. He cannot work with them. It doesn't fit his playing style. So for me, as a Liverpool fan, I would be very worried, because if you stick with Klopp and he hasn't shown signs that he can evolve, or not great signs, because he has evolved a little bit, but not to the extent where I expected him to change. And then the second thing is, the owners of Liverpool, they're not really keen to spend money on that side as well. So that's a bit difficult. With City, is they started off the season not in the greater form. Then you have to commend Arsenal as well, because then they're like 5 points ahead of this Man City side, and they're smacking up teams in the Champions League. They're smacking up Liverpool right now. So if you look at how Man City started this season, they started off slow. Then there was this whole thing about the players are not motivated, they don't want it. And it worked. It worked, because the last few weeks when I see City play, they look like they want to win the Premier League. They look like they want to win the fucking Champions League. And that's things where you have to question as a manager, how can you get the most out of your squad? Because this, for me, as a, let's say, just set aside my like the teams that I support. Just let's look at it in a neutral aspect, yeah. I want to see teams perform to their best level. I've seen Liverpool do a madness in the Premier League. 2 years in a row, 100 points, 92 points. I've seen them do a madness. But how is it that you've seen the flaws and you have not addressed them throughout the years? How is it that Trent has shown that he's not a right back? Yes, it was cool for him the first 2 seasons because he was a new player, he had to prove himself, so he done it. But you can see he's not a fullback anymore. Switch him out. Robertson is not what he was before. Swap him out. Van Dijk is not in form. Take him out. I don't understand these decisions. And then you sign players like Arthur. Okay, cool, he's always injured. That's not his problem. That's not his fault. But then you sign players like Oxlade-Chamberlain who are not up to the level of Liverpool. And there's another dynamic player that cannot keep the ball. They always want to go forward. So I'm just very frustrated with Jurgen Klopp here. But back to the game, 4-1. It was a great game. Grealish was very good. And that's something that Pep does well. He gets a player, and the first year you don't see him, or you barely see him, and in the second year they smash it. Last year it was bad for Man City. This year he's badding it up every week, starting position. There's no if, there's no doubts. He starts on the left wing. First season, Bernardo Silva doesn't play. Next season, he's popping it. Now I'm wondering, what does Pep want to do with Calvin Phillips? Because we haven't seen him this season. But the way Pep works with players, that means next year, it's going to be a madness. It's going to be a madness. I hate that. I'm so gassed about this Man City side. I hate it. But they play such good football that you just have to respect it. You just have to respect it. And even Pep, he had his... And that's what I mean with evolving, yeah. He had a tough time finding the right formation to get out of this, to get the most out of this squad. And then he said, like, let me just revert back to my old principles. And let me just, you know, let me just frustrate the players a little bit. Let me just make sure that they put in the 100% effort that I need from them. And he did it. He said, okay, cool. De Bruyne is not performing to my standards. Out. He done that with a lot of players this season. And that's how it should be. That's how coaching should be. So for me, what I want to see from Liverpool is, and I'm rambling on about the same thing. I'm not really, actually, I haven't even spoke about the game, but what, like, because even when they won 7-0 against Man United, yeah, and I said it on my Twitter, it's a freak result. It's not a game where they were that much better. They weren't, and they showed it for the last few weeks. So what I want to see from Liverpool is, who can you get in the summer? Can Klopp evolve, or will he stay at Liverpool? If he doesn't stay, who do you get? What is the principles? What is the idea, the vision of the club that you want to build on towards for the next upcoming seasons? Man City, same thing. They've for me, Man City have created an identity, a profile on how they want to play for the next upcoming years. So for me, Man City, they know what they want. Even when Pep goes, they're gonna find a manager, same style. And now that I'm seeing Enrique is free and they got company coming up the racks here, might not even be a mad thing that Pep leaves like in a year and Enrique just comes up and just evolve this club more, innit? Nah, man, yeah, man. This game just gave me so much frustrations about Liverpool, because so aside of me being a fan of a certain club, when I look at that squad and you've got fun players, I like Gakpo today. Salah's a good player. Why can you not perform better than this? Why can you not get more out of this? But anyways, I think Ake was very good today. Ake was very good. Stones was very good for me. Gundogan for me was, maybe it's between for me Gundogan and Grealish as man of the match. But then you can say De Bruyne has a shout, and if you look at because I had the Who Scored ratings right beside me, he's got the highest rating. So it's between those three players. I would give it to Grealish because he was productive, he scored a goal, but he was always alive in those attacking moments for Man City. But then De Bruyne had a good game as well, innit? So it's a bit torn, man. I'm gonna go watch Arsenal right now. They're gonna start in 10 minutes. I'll try push out another video because I'm bored. But yeah, man. Man City, Liverpool 4-1. Didn't really speak a lot about the game, sorry. But yeah, man. City just done what they usually do, and I was a bit shocked from Liverpool. I expected Liverpool to win. I expected City to win, but not in this fashion. I thought it's gonna be close, but then City is gonna, you know, push up and score two more goals. But yeah, it's done, man. I think yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think it's done, man. I think Klopp's done at Liverpool, man. And it's sad to say, because I think a few years ago, if you asked me who's the best manager in the world, I would say Klopp. With the players that he had, hey, he got Robertson. Trent came from the academy. Got players on the sly, and build a great team. And I think everything just fumbled. Mane left and everything just fumbled. I don't know. Maybe that's not the reason, in it, but everything just fumbled. Fix your midfield, and then we can chat about next season. Yeah, Grealish was insane, man. Grealish was sick, man. Grealish was, and I was one of the guys that was cussing him last season, because obviously he got bought for 70 million, and then today he just shows like, cool, man. Man just needed some time. You get me? Anyways. You man, the ones that are in the chat, thank you for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Someone said Club is a Colgate merchant. That's funny. But yeah, man, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video. And yeah, if you want to share, you can share. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm a bit too harsh, maybe I'm a bit clouded with my United stuff. I don't think I'm clouded, but yeah, man. See you lot for the next video. I'm gonna watch the Arsenal game. I might slap another video, who knows? But yeah, man, it's your boy Brian Swars Duarte, and I see you lot.